murder. Oh my god, it hurts. What? No, that's not. It's the most logical conclusion that you know of thus far. It's not her. Here's make a blood conscious on the day of the murder. It's not her. Then, wait, who the fuck is it? No, it can't be. That's not. They made me do it again. Just wanted to make you suffer, but you can't run away from this. You owe it to Arya. No, you owe it to everyone within Wyvern Guard to see this through. You need to follow through, no matter how painful it is. Stop it. It has to be someone else. She would never. Can you think of anyone else? Who else could Eris have chosen? Who else could have chosen that would make you? Who else could she have chosen that would make you feel like this? No. No, man. There's no other person. Damn it. Damn it. A scream of anguish echoes throughout the ruins. Everyone is caught off guard and stares at you in confusion. What is it? Everything okay, Mr. Cuthbert? Tyrion, are you... You can feel your eyes well up as you look at her. One look at your expression tells her everything she needs to know. There it is. You realized it, haven't you? I've been waiting for this moment for so long. You talking about... I demand an explanation. Mr. Cuthbert, what have you discovered? Tell them, Tyrion. Tell them who did this. Issue your divine edict right now. You want to be wrong. You've never wanted anything more in your entire life. Nothing would make you happier than having this edict fail, even if it were to cost you your life. But you know the truth. Eris Ilmater, Empress of Discord. Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. The Eye of Horus, I issue upon you a divine edict. Release thy guards and manifest your blood contract with... Say it. Say her name so that everyone can hear it. Release thy guards and manifest your blood contract with... Celeste McCoy. Okay, what is this about? Why? What is in this contract? What is... I'll wipe the fucking tears from my eyes. HUD. With the apparent death of Tyrion Cuthbert. What? The Empress of Discord shall receive him, contingent upon the eternal servitude of Celeste McCoy. Henceforth, Celeste McCoy's soul shall be eternally bound to the Abyssal Hells. As part of her servitude, Celeste McCoy shall engage in actions deemed necessary to secure the compliance and cooperation of Arya Steelwind in the Empress's endeavors. And lastly, it is stipulated that Celeste McCoy, of her own volition and agency, shall bring about the demise of Garrick Pierce by her own hand. Afterwards, Tyrion Cuthbert's consciousness will be restored. We died? We died twice. When did we die? When did... Was it... Okay, that day. When did we... What? The apparent... What? I died? Dude, I'm sorry, the hell is going on? Even what is the meaning of this? It's exactly what it looks like. The agent you're looking for has been right in front of you the entire time. Ms. McCoy, did Did you sign a blood contract with the Empress of Discord? I did. It's the only thing that would save Tyrion. What? I never fought Arya. I fought Beatrice and Eris. They broke past me and ran into the prayer room. But the person they killed wasn't Pierce. It was you. Tyrion, you... Oh, man. That's now, Tyrion. Stop it. McCoy is the most important person in your life. She was the last person you had that hadn't betrayed you. And she signed away her soul to me, all so that she could save you. I had the somber look, Lucio. You're going to execute the patron the moment you knew who they were. McCoy, does it mean what I think it means? Yes. I'm the one who tricked Arya into signing that blood contract. What? How could you? So stupid. When I made that deal with her, I didn't expect her to use that contract to make you act against your will. So it wasn't just Miss Steele and Miss Frago who were controlled that day. You realize it, don't you, Lucio? As long as the contract with the patron exists, your daughter will always be vulnerable to my influence. Can't kill me. There's only one solution to free your daughter. I must execute Celeste McCoy. What? Understand one thing, Mr. Cuthbert. That's what you've done for my daughter. I have nothing but the utmost respect for you. But I will do whatever is necessary to protect her. Lucio, we can't act rashly. You're all in on one little demonic secret. Doesn't matter if you can find her within a prison. The patron will be able to take control of Arya, no matter where she is. But if you kill her, Arya will finally be free from my control. So, yeah, it's a case of Eris has control of Celeste. Wait. Hold on. Check the contract again. The eternal servitude of Celeste McCoy. Eternally bound to distal hells. Also, she totally baited Celeste with this last part. This last one, she added that in there specifically so that we could find a way. Oh my god, So she has to eternally serve. So yeah, no, as long as she can control Arya through Celeste. Do it. What? You saying? I should have done this from the beginning. When I realized what happened, I should have just come forward and admitted to what I did. But I kept holding on to the hope that it was all some kind of trick. I prayed and prayed for the patron to be someone else. Tyrion, I was hoping you'd find something that would prove that all of this wasn't my fault. I finally found the culprit you've been looking for, and it absolutely breaks your heart. That nagging feeling you've been experiencing is because you subconsciously refuse to believe that she would betray you like this. Actually, it still hasn't gone away. Denise is still there. You still in denial? No. This is different. Suppose there's no reason to continue with this. What? Sympathize with your position, Cuthbert. But even McCoy recognizes what must be done. It's over, and I will not allow this demon to control my daughter any longer. You can't just... Kingsguard? Restrain him. But wait, Lucio. That's enough. Why are you on the stand? What kind of court is this? Even her off guard. Arya? I'm so sorry, Celeste, you are innocent until you are proven guilty. Don't let anyone pass judgment on you until that is unequivocally proven. But Arya, I did this. Arya, what are you doing? How dare you, father? What? Could you possibly think that you have the right to decide who lives and who dies? If you were actually a prosecutor, I would file for your immediate disbarment. And you, Mr. Cuthbert, how can you just stand there? But me? You're Celeste's attorney. Isn't it your job to defend her until her last breath? I didn't see the truth because I didn't want to believe it. I almost let it slip away because of my personal feelings. I almost put you at risk. As much as it pains me to do so, I need to approach this objectively. Tyrion. To hell with that. What? Justice may be blind, but it's not heartless. I see it in her eyes when she's with you, Tyrion. You mean the world to her. She consigned her very soul to hell to protect you. If you abandon her when she needs you most, I will never forgive you. This is true. She did do the classic demon thing, which is bring back my lover for my soul. Celeste, can you testify about what happened? What? But Arya is right. We need to do this properly. I agree, and I will not pass judgment until we have determined exactly what happened. It's obvious he wants to be done with this as soon as possible, but even if he controls the Kingsguard, the rest of the room is clearly against him. Fine, do as you wish. But the moment we're certain of the truth, I will do what is necessary. Very well. Ms. McCoy, please take the stand. Boss? Tyrion, can you testify about what you did that day? Yeah. Immediately, you hit me with the rewrite. There's gotta be some way that we can, like, suppress her for just a little bit. Truth is that Eris rewrote your memories, Tyrion. You were actually knocked out at 1:45 p.m. We went to the prayer room a lot earlier for our meeting, and that commotion we heard was actually Beatrice and Eris attacking the guards at 1:40 p.m. They tricked me and slipped into the prayer room. How? After that, Beatrice killed you. I didn't know what to do. That's when Eris told me she would resurrect you in exchange for killing Pierce. I knew I shouldn't have done it, but I just wanted you back. I didn't care what happened to me. I didn't realize that she used my eternal servitude to take control of my body. She used me to trick Arya into signing another blood contract. After that, I followed through with my end of the deal. I killed Pierce so that she would bring Tyrion back. Nagging feeling is still there. Nothing off about her testimony. Well, on with it then. Begin your cross-examination, Cuthbert. Gladly. You're actually knocked out at 1:45 p.m. Yeah, another blood contract. She rewrote my memories? I didn't realize it until after you woke up and you gave your statement to the Inquisition. She also changed your memories when she resurrected you. Eris has the power to take control of people against their will. She clearly has the power to bring people back from the dead. But if that's true, you can't even trust your own memories. To the prayer room a lot earlier for a meeting, and that commotion we heard was actually Beatrice and Eris attacking the guards at 1:40. I suppose you didn't have control of Arya until then. Does that mean you never even fought her? Sorry for lying, but I had to create an alibi. Celeste, the Inquisition arrested her because of your testimony. The testimonies of Prince Alaric and High Speaker also implicated her. Steven also already knew she was compromised due to finding the purple mark in her pocket. I'm sure things would have ended the same, regardless of her testimony. Also true. What did Freyga and that demon do when you found them, Koi? They tricked me and slipped into the prayer room. What do you mean they tricked you? How did they trick you so easily? When I see what was going on, I only saw Eris and Beatrice standing over the guards' bodies. They acted like someone else had killed them. Then they lied to me and they said that they wanted to go into the prayer room for protection. That's when Beatrice, How did Beatrice kill me? She hit you with some kind of necromancy spell, but it didn't visibly wound you. When I touched your body, it was already cold. Your heart was stopped. I think she used necrotic blight. So that's why Lord Asclepius said that I had traces of necromancy on me. She must have lied about trying to heal you as well, yeah. What did you do after I died? I didn't know what to do. That's when Eris told me she would resurrect you in exchange for killing Pierce. I'm sure that was her goal from the very beginning, yep. She wanted you to make a deal with her. It was also she could make me suffer. Tyrion, I'm so... Stop. Just don't. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I just wanted you back. I didn't care about what happened to me. How could you possibly think that was okay? I knew it was wrong, but I just couldn't... I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do. There's no sense in admonishing her now, Mr. Cuthbert. There will be plenty of time for that later. To take control of my body, she used me to trick Arya into signing another blood contract. Right. The part was written in a slightly misleading way. She must have thought that the Empress would whisk her away to serve her in hell, but instead she took control of her immediately after. Should have known better than to trust the demon, literally. Anyways, how did you trick Arya into signing that blood contract? Yeah, I didn't have full control of my actions, but I remember what happened. She probably wanted me to watch what she was using me to do. I'm so sorry. I told Arya that Pierce was demanding a plea deal in exchange for telling me who my parents were. Eris made Beatrice put an illusion over the contract to make it look like a request for an appeal. This is what we can get it on. Then she didn't know she didn't know the real contract. She signed some fake ass shit. So we can save Arya, but I don't really know about Celeste. And since Pierce was convicted for killing my father, she respected my wishes. Wait, something about what she said sounds fundamentally wrong. Okay, we'll press this first, and then I'll go back to that. It's not... How could you think that I ever want that, Celeste? I knew you wouldn't want this, but it just wasn't fair. Why should a person like him get to live instead of you? It was an easy choice. That goes against everything I stand for. I know, and I don't care if you hate me after this, but even now, I would still make that same choice. I don't hate... Perhaps we should stay focused on what happened for now. She's clearly sincere. She wouldn't intentionally lie about something like this. I need to examine her statements more closely. Okay, so the sixth statement. I didn't realize that she used my eternal servitude to take control of my body. She used me to trick Arya into signing another blood contract. Another one. This is...
Objection!
Oh. Celeste, your testimony contradicts evidence and this proves it. I'm sorry, but I don't see how that proves anything. Oh, I suppose you're right. Your conflicting emotions must be throwing you off. Ah! Illusory disguise. What does that spell do again? Because we're talking about this, disguising the contract. Places illusion on the target to completely change the visual appearance. Target look for smaller, elements hidden by the spell. Elements created by someone purely visual. Can't make physical contact with it. I'll try the compendium, the way...
Objection!
Okay, so it can't... She used me to trick Arya into signing another blood contract. Yeah, this.
Objection!
That's also suspicious, but yeah, that's not it. What am I missing? What am I missing? Someone have 2 blood conscious. I don't think there's any reason they can't. Like
Objection!
yeah, like I already tried presenting the other contracts. And I tried... Oh wait, the mark, yeah.
Objection!
No, but the mark doesn't work either.
Objection!
Mm-hmm. Not that. What do you know that caused him to be murdered? He knew Celeste... Oh, right, the whole letter thing. Like, who did he send that letter to? You know, but yeah, he knew Celeste's parentage. And he sent it to someone. And then we showed up instead.
Objection!
No.
Objection!
I'm fumbling right now. Really got me. Okay, let's do this again. I did not forget to, but I remember what happened. She probably wanted me to watch what she was using me to do. Sorry. I told Arya. So she's being controlled. Yeah, so she's being controlled by Eris in this moment. And so Eris is using Celeste. And she's saying, hey, I told Arya and I told her you're demanding a plea deal in exchange for telling me who my parents were. Eris made Beatrice put an illusion over the contract to make it look like a request for an appeal. Since Beatrice was going to become my father, she respected my wishes. Think about what she said. It's fundamentally wrong. What is fundamentally wrong about what she just said? Since the last thing we said. First, put an illusion over the contract to make it look like a request for an appeal. Why wouldn't she know about the plea deal first? That's a hard question to answer. I'd say, like, the contract again, but, like, I've already presented the contract for, like, other reasons, and that didn't really work. Why wouldn't she know about the plea deal first? Because the letter was sent from Pierce to somebody specific, but to somebody else who we still don't really know. But okay. Something she said doesn't match up with the evidence you have. God. Yeah, just think. She errs to use me. Trick Arya into signing another blood contract. But I think I already presented Arya's, like, her testimony and her lineup of events, did I not?
Objection!
Because, yeah, that doesn't...
Objection!
This is like, yeah, it's obviously the spell that they're saying that she used to disguise the contract.
Objection!
Oh. That's where I would say that Suna. So this is kind of, I think this is it. They were accounted for in the guarding until 2 p.m. But apparently all this happened at like 1:40. So
Objection!
let me go back and I'll try that. There we go. Like, you just have to slow the fuck down and actually read every piece of it. Celeste, according to you, we heard a commotion at 1:40 p.m. You went out to investigate, and that's when you saw Eris and Beatrice. Yeah, I lied all about my fighting against Arya. Never even fought her. If that's true, how do you explain that discrepancy? You can't trust your own memories, but Leif shouldn't have been affected. Thing is, Celeste, something about your timeline doesn't match the evidence. Really? But I was pretty sure of the time. We were supposed to be meeting at 1:45 p.m. Wait, what did you just say? Our meeting appears to be scheduled for 1:45 p.m., right? No, it was 2. Celeste, there's something fundamentally off about your testimony. What? But I swear I'm not lying. Your timeline of what happened is completely off. A lot of your testimony doesn't match what we've learned thus far. Firstly, it's about the exact time you saw Eris and Beatrice. According to you, you saw them at 1:40 p.m. But Leif, Miriam, and Asclepius didn't lose track of them until 2 p.m. What? When did they say that? What are you talking about? You were there with me when we spoke to them. I know, I was paying really close attention. I need to see how close you were to finding me out. So, why can't I remember? She can't remember? Cuthbert, judging by what happened to you, Eris Illmatter clearly doesn't need a contract to affect people's minds. It's possible she changed the memories of Leif, Freyga, and her entourage. It's not just that, Lucio. Something else that Celeste is clearly remembered differently that contradicts a physical piece of evidence. Physical piece of evidence. We only have. So we write much only you remember physical pieces of evidence. It's like this. Celeste, the letter from Gary Fustel is to meet him in the prayer room. I don't know where my brain went with that one. It was so obviously that. The note literally says 2 p.m. on it. Eris may have changed my memories, but changing a physical piece of evidence is a different thing entirely. We don't know the full extent of her capabilities. Can we really rule that out? You were unconscious. Illmatter had plenty of time to access your body and your belongings. At this point, anything is possible, and Eris is far too unpredictable to say for sure. Lucio's right. Eris could have gone around doing whatever she wanted. She could have wiped the memories of every witness who saw the crimes, and she could have manipulated the crime scenes however she wished. If she had done so, there would have been logical inconsistencies. Until Celeste was revealed as the patron, every piece of evidence he found or deduced has been logically consistent. The contradictions in what Celeste is saying could be explained by Eris changing several elements of the crime. What explains Celeste's contradicting memories of what happened? Eris Illmatter changed the memories of Celeste McCoy. Celeste, Eris currently has your eternal servitude. If she could manipulate my memories, what's to say that she's not manipulating your memories right now? I guess that's possible, but why would she even bother doing that? She wouldn't need to do that unless she still had something to hide. Are you serious? What more is there left for her to hide? Whatever it is, it was important enough to make drastic changes to Celeste's memories. Wait, if that's true, that means Celeste's true memories will tell us exactly what we need to know. But even if you're right, I can't remember what really happened. She has full control of my mind. It doesn't matter. It's just like every cross-examination we've ever done. If you keep testimonying, testifying, she'll keep changing your memories to tell us more lies. If you keep pointing them out, we'll eventually arrive at the truth. I don't like the cut in music and the sudden fish eyes. I'm not. I'm not. Celeste? It's really obnoxious how resilient you are. What? Why can't you all just give up already? Eris, is that you? What are you? Unfortunately, your little interrogation ends here. Kingsguard, what are you doing? Destroy Ilmater's body. Too late, Lucio. I win. Celeste? Damn it. Eris, what did you do to her? I put her to sleep, just as I did with Beatrice. You put her in a comatose. I wonder if them being in comatose is their soul being taken. Why would you do such a thing, Ilmater? What do you mean? I did it for the same reason I do anything. What would make Tyrion suffer more than putting his love in an eternal sleep? If you wanted that, you would have just done that from the beginning. You're hiding something. I know it. Can't lie. So that's why she doesn't say anything. Damn it. We can't extract any information from her like this. The only person who can tell us what we need to know is Celeste. Well, good luck getting anything out of her like this. One possibility has been floating around in your mind. But is it even possible? No. It doesn't matter if it's possible. Eris Ilmater. What is it? What would happen if I nullified Celeste's blood contract? Assuming there's anything to even dispute, everything granted by the contract would be reversed. And I don't think you fully understand what that means. We would fucking die. Lucio. What is it? Your men know where Ruby Timura's law office is, right? They do. Where are you going with this? You'll need an attorney to cross-examine Celeste's testimony. She owes me, and she'll be able to finish this on my behalf. Wait. And tell her, I'm sorry I couldn't keep my promise. You're not serious, are you? Yeah, baby, we're fucking doing it. I've been waiting ever since they brought it up, and I was like, that's a funny-ass thing to do. We're going to hell, and we're gonna go to court to dispute the contract, wherein we will die after the contract is reversed. I am one of the eldest evils that ever lived. I would never create a faulty contract. Eris Ilmater, Empress of Discord. Wait, you know I can't speak lies, correct? By the Eye of Horus, I demand the opportunity to dispute Celeste McCoy's blood contract. I'll state it plainly, then. There will be no room for doubt. I don't care. What? Celeste sacrificed her life to save mine. How could I ever face her again if I didn't do the same for her? You're insane. We're fucking doing it. Hurry it up. Just risking death for nothing. Why are you so nervous? Maybe this is pointless, but I will never stop fighting for her. Just stop this. Can't help myself. I'm only human, after all. Once you pass this point, you will not be able to save your game for a while. So I recommend you make a save file now. Okay. I'm still going. Like, I'm not ending it here. The Court of Azathoth. Ah. I've killed people. They were usually criminals or bandits. But it still frightened me how unaffected I was by their deaths. It always came so easily to me. I was good at it. A little too good. People told me that taking the lives of others would be hard. But I never felt that uneasiness. Not even once. It made me think that I was some kind of unfeeling monster. And maybe I am. But the time I spent with you filled me with more happiness than I could have ever dreamed of. Instead of taking lives, I could have saved them alongside you. Felt good to protect you. I felt needed when I knew you were relying on me. Made me feel like I was actually worth something to someone. Whenever I saw the light in your eyes, filled my heart with a warm feeling that I've never felt before. But it was too good to be true, wasn't it? In the end, I failed you. I couldn't protect you. Just like I couldn't protect my father. This is the start of the case. She said all of this, like same setup, black screen, and no context. But now with context, you poor child. I don't understand. What did you ever see in someone like me? I really don't understand. Why would you go this far for me? It's good to see you too. Ow, what was that for? Know what it's for, you jerk. I literally had to sign my soul away to hell to keep you alive, and you just threw your life away. What else was I supposed to do? Should I have just let Lucio kill you? Yes, that's exactly what you should have done. Not better than gambling your life away. Never gonna go along with that. You even know me? Oh my god, this is why I couldn't tell you the truth, because I knew you'd do something stupid like this. You know I always get to the truth in the end. All you did was make that process extremely frustrating. Could have gotten away with it. Can't even beat me at chess. How are you gonna hide a murder from me? Oh, you. It's fucking true. Dude, I killed Pierce. I know. At first, I tried to justify it by saying he'd die in 1 month anyways. But what's his life when compared to yours, right? And when I looked at him just lying there, unconscious, I just got so angry. So I woke him up. What? I wanted him to experience a fraction of the pain that my dad felt. Someone like him didn't deserve a peaceful death. So Celeste, you hate me, don't you? This time I'm the disgusting murderer you've been looking for. So why couldn't you just let me die? Do you honestly think I care for you that little? What? You are, and will always be, extremely important to me. One betrayal won't change how I feel about you. God, so you're not getting rid of me that easily. I'll always be there when you need me. No matter where you go, we're going there together. Well, I think we might be heading to a pretty bad place. Well, I'm not one to celebrate a victory prematurely, but if you're already admitting defeat, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. Harris, can't believe you brought me here. I will never hear the end of this from my father. Where are we? The courtroom of the gods, the place where truth and reality are determined. The courtroom of Azathoth. Yoinking. Big ass eye. I'll give you one last chance, Tyrion. You made a rash decision, but I can still send you back. Even now, she's still trying to dissuade you. Why is she so intent on making you give up? You're nervous, aren't you? Is that so? There's a reason why you didn't want me to bring you didn't want me to bring you here, and I'm going to find out what. Your persistence was endearing at first, but now it's honestly really annoying. I suppose we'll have to do this the hard way then. Don't say I didn't warn you. Naught can remain concealed. Should have taken my offer when you had the chance. The only way to nullify my contract is to unequivocally prove that its conditions weren't fulfilled. So says the word of Asmodeus. Asmodeus? By his word, demons are incapable of speaking lies. You're out of your element, Tyrion. This is my domain. This is what they meant by saving. Okay. But they aren't omniscient. If disputing a blood contract was truly impossible, there would be no need for this court to exist. Demons are powerful, but they're not omniscient. They can't possibly be aware of contradicting circumstances that may be created when they make a contract. Boss fight destroyer with facts and logic? Yep. You're hiding something that you desperately need to keep hidden. Even went as far as to knock out Celeste before we could get that information from her. Oh, really now? You tried to confound the investigation by manipulating Celeste's memories. But the contradiction in her testimony proves one thing. She didn't see you and Beatrice enter the prayer room until 2 p.m. at the earliest. Your so-called contradiction is based on the testimony of Leif Frege. How are you so sure that her testimony is reliable? It's supported by the testimonies of Miriam and Lord Asclepius. They were all together at the time. The testimony is sound. Oh really? Looks like you've made a contradiction. What? Leif Frege, Miriam Frege, and Lazaric Asclepius encountered an illusion. And that illusion makes their testimonies unreliable. So says the word of Asmodeus. She can't lie. They encountered an illusion. An illusion? What kind of illusion? Who knows? My statement still stands. You can't just expect to accept her claims without any evidence. I can't speak lies, Tyrion. Every statement that comes to my mouth has to be true. I don't need any proof. In this court, the only thing that matters is what's true and what is false. And the word of Asmodeus says that Leif's testimony is unreliable. Damn it. She can just say whatever she wants without having to provide any context. But she only said that Leif was tricked. She didn't specify an exact time. What else proves Beatrice didn't disappear until 2 p.m.? God, I wish I remembered the timetables for what you were doing. Yeah, Wrigley's alibi. Didn't disappear until 2 p.m. Well, at the very latest, she had to... Well, no. She didn't have him with him. Never mind. Oh, Eris. How did you... What else proves Beatrice didn't disappear until 2 p.m.? So right now we're running off of Leif's testimony. So what else other than Leif's testimony proves that Beatrice didn't disappear until 2 p.m.? So everything... I can't use this. Till 2 p.m. I think it might... No, it can't be that, because Marinath wasn't with her. Hard. until 2 p.m. Didn't begin her search until 2 p.m. Okay, think about it. Who is this? So it's Miriam, it's Beatrice. It's Miriam, Beatrice, Frega, it's Lord Asclepius, but we don't have any testimony from Lord Asclepius. They didn't start searching for her until 2 p.m. They didn't start searching for her until 2 p.m. I'd say the murder because she helped with that, but it was Arya who was leaving that, and Arya who did that. Beatrice was only really there for this. Okay. Celeste didn't see you and Beatrice enter the room until 2 p.m. at the earliest. Illusion makes their testimonies unreliable. She didn't specify a time when Leif was tricked. So what is Leif's testimony? Yeah, it's the Wyvern Guard stuff. Well, it's the King's. Well, Beatrice didn't disappear until 2 p.m. because this is killing me. It's it might be the Trapped King. It's the only thing I can think of right now, and that's pretty bad. Oh, thank fucking God. I was like, there's nothing else I can think of in here that makes any form of sense. Like, after they, that, once they realized that Beatrice was missing, they went to go look for her. But they encountered a guard at around 2:05 p.m. who informed them about King Aster's situation. Regardless of when it happened, Leif and her party went to search for Beatrice after you two went missing. Do you confirm or deny that? I won't deny it. Perfect. Whoever set that trap, they set it to trigger whenever Aster approached his father's body. And it didn't trigger until 2 p.m. Leif and her party were about to search for Beatrice when the Kingsguard informed them of what happened. And mind you, the Kingsguard did this immediately after the trap was sprung. Since Leif was about to begin her search when this happened, Beatrice couldn't have gone missing until that time. Once again, you're predicating that on Aster's testimony. Not just him, Eris. Several members of the Kingsguard witnessed this. True, and that is why I'll respond with this. An activated force cage did not trap Aster the Wyvern during or after 1:50 p.m., so says the word of Asmodeus. But how? The testimony came from multiple people. Are you saying that trap was sprung earlier than that? Do you remember, Tyrion? I can manipulate the memories of people who have a blood contract with me. But I'll give you a little clue. The Empress of Discord made contracts with multiple Knights of the Kingsguard, so says the word of Asmodeus. Oh my god. I tampered with their memories. Can't trust their accounts of what happened. How many people did you make contracts with? Little Lady Steelwind has been investigating my work for the last few months, but I've had my talents in Wyvern Guard for far longer than that. I've been preparing this for quite some time. But even the Kingsguard, no one is safe from temptation. Everyone has a price. Your little girlfriend should know that better than anyone. Oh my god. Still, there has to be something. I still have more evidence. Oh, really? Whose testimony will you be relying on this time? You can present all the evidence you want. Most of what you have is based on eyewitness accounts. She's right. I was looking at all that evidence and there's like 3 pieces of physical evidence. Even so, you can't possibly have made a contract with everyone there. Let's check that again, shall we? It's possible that I have a blood contract with everyone present. It's possible. Are you kidding me? But you only said it's possible. You never said that it actually happened. You're the one disputing my contract, Tyrion. The burden of proof is on you. It's completely ridiculous. How can I possibly verify a statement like that? It's simple. Issue a divine edict to each person who is at the cathedral. You know he can't do that. If he gets it wrong even once, he'll die. That sounds more like a your problem than mine. Damn it. Thing to say, Tyrion. Isn't this part where you present some groundbreaking piece of evidence? Yeah. Once her statement stands, you have to doubt every piece of testimony you've gathered. Everyone at the cathedral could have been compromised, except Aster. I know he doesn't have a blood contract with you. I suppose you're right. Sure, you're going to use his testimony? You couldn't observe much from within that force cage. Do you understand now? You were never meant to win this game. But I've got to give you points for entertaining me this long. This is the most fun I've ever had, and I truly mean that. Tyrion, come on, there has to be something you can use. Excuse me, there can potentially be lines created by her. They're useless against her. Tyrion, you have to say something. Here's your strength fading. This is being pulled into an eternal sleep. This has always been a contest of willpower, and I think he's finally run out. What happened during Beatrice's trial? Mother gave you the knowledge you needed to win. She did it before. Can she save you again? I don't think so. I need your help. Please, just tell me what to do. Hear nothing back. No. It appears you're truly alone now. This is a long shot. You still held out hope. You just wanted to protect Celeste. You thought you could do this. But Eris is a being who wraps herself in layers upon layers of lies. She has the power to make you doubt everything. witness testimonies, even your hard evidence could be a fabrication. How could you possibly argue against someone like that? It's not fair. Not fair, Miss Timora. Not even bothering to investigate the crime properly. Well, of course they're not. They did. They'd be forced to admit that my client is innocent. Oh, this is 5 years ago. He's 15. How are you so calm right now? What it's always like? How are you supposed to win like this? They can just keep changing the narrative however they want. They can. That's exactly how I'll beat them. What? Look, Cuthbert. Almost every part of the system is against us. But there's one advantage we have over the prosecution. That's pure and objective logic. Logic? Tyrion, the prosecutor does all sorts of things to validate their case. They present evidence, they call witnesses, and they use those things to create conclusions. They create a box and throw a bunch of facts into it. They tell the court that everything within that box is the truth. And conversely, that makes everything outside of it all a lie. How does that help us? You point out contradictions in their case. That makes them throw more and more facts into that box to keep their case consistent. But if even one fact in the box is false, the entire thing falls apart. Surely they'll realize what you're doing. What if they play dumb and refuse to add anything to this box? Well, you can force them to. What? You can present your own truths. And you force the prosecution to either accept them or deny them. By doing that, you can control what goes into the box. It all sounds so complicated. I don't know if I'll ever get the hang of it. Don't worry. You've always been a sharp kid. I know you'll do great things. So don't give up. Mom number 2. A memory of mom number 2 came to the aid. I can present my own... Eris's case hinges on when Beatrice disappeared. She changed Celeste's memories to make her think everything happened earlier. It can only mean Beatrice Frege did not go missing before 2 p.m. What was that? I said...
This is far from over.
Hold that shit. Beatrice Frege did not go missing before 2 p.m. So says the word of Horus. The hell? You feel yourself filled with the radiant power of the Eye of Horus. With this power fully unleashed, you feel the divine energy of the upper planes coursing through you. You have wings! Wait, really? You frantically turn around, only catching glimpses of the spectral wings on your back. Spin around for a while until you realize that your feet aren't even touching the ground anymore. What did you just do? I became a celestial, which means... no. I also can't tell lies. In any other situation, that would be a handicap. But here, that finally puts me on equal footing with you. Why won't you just die already? Tried everything you could to break me. Drove a wedge between me and Ruby. You even manipulated Celeste into betraying me. But I'm still standing, Eris. I think you might be a little out of your depth right now. I've lived a million of your pathetic lifetimes, and you think I'm out of my depth? I'm the Empress of Discord, ruler of the 6th Circle of Hell. I am a god. She doesn't know, Tyrion. Oh, not the fucking shooty shit. No. Whoever you are, man, king or god, I will let anyone stop me from reaching the truth. The fucking shooty shit. Since you have graciously bared your soul to me, I guess I shall do the same. Wanted to break your spirit in this form, also I could keep things fair and interesting. But you know what? Right now, I just want to see you die. What happened? Celeste? I'm here. I can't wait to tear you both apart. What am I gonna look at? What am I looking at? Okay. What is that thing? That's a demon. You always think my true form is that of a teenage girl? No, I am an ancient one. I am older than time itself. It feels liberating to break free from that weak mortal shell. So this is what you really look like. Well, it doesn't matter. Whatever you are, I'm taking Celeste's soul back. Kick your ass, Tyrion. I'm gonna carve out your souls and mount them in the fields of Malbolg. Fate challenged. You're bound by the same rules as her now. You can't tell lies in this form, even accidentally. Why don't we pick up where we left off? I've established the Beatrice didn't go missing until 2 p.m. I wonder, why would you go so much trouble to make me doubt that? She didn't go missing until 2 p.m. From the axiom you declared, you know that Beatrice didn't disappear until 2 p.m. Eris clearly changed Celeste's memories, but for what purpose? Eris needed... Okay, this is fucking... Let's take it slow. Also, music is popping off right now. She needed the events to... Yeah, that makes sense. That's why she says 140. Eris needed Celeste to believe the events occurred earlier. I believe you needed Celeste to think that the events happened much earlier. Staying quiet? That won't work this time. Celeste McCoy remembered the attack occurring much earlier than it actually did. So says the word of Horus. Oh, yeah, no, that's a health bar. Normally it's like a chunk. This is... Nothing to say. You can't stay quiet forever. I didn't need her to think that specifically. I simply wanted to confound your ability to deduce what actually happened. And is that not what happened? That may be, but I think you had a specific reason to move her timeline back. An event occurred that required Eris to change Celeste's memories. So says the word of Horus. God, she's fucking creepy looking. An event occurred. So, if an event occurred... Is it the fight? Because it's the only time Celeste comes back up in terms of, like, testimony. Fuck. No, Eris wanted you to believe that Celeste signed the contract with her at 1:40 p.m. She needed you to believe that to keep the narrative logically consistent. You now know that Eris used Beatrice to attack the prayer room no later than 2:30 p.m. What followed shortly after seems strange if the events happened much earlier. What followed after 2:30 p.m., 2:30 p.m.? Is anybody in the chat got any fucking ideas? I am... Simply wanted to confound your ability to deduce what actually happened. Is that not what happened? Maybe, but I think you had a specific reason to move her timeline back. I'm playing the bizarre, so nah. What the fuck, man? Suna, girl, lady, I need you. I need you here and paying attention. An event occurred that required Eris to change Celeste's memories. So says the word of Horus. Yeah, but you now know that Eris used Beatrice to attack the prayer room no later than 2:30 p.m. So between 1:40 and 2:30. So between me dying, or Tyrion dying, at 2:30. My death? No. God, this is not... That ain't good. Was it one of the other deaths? Oh, right. There was... You died at 2:05, you died at 2:18, and you died at 2:45. Oh! Wait a minute. Yeah, no. If Celeste had signed the contract at 1:40 p.m., then his death would have happened an hour later, which is kind of crazy. What? Later than 2:30. She was here for that. If the trial, no. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay. I think what happened? What happened after Beatrice attacked the prayer room no later than 2:30 p.m. So, if that's the case, if Beatrice attacked the prayer room no later than 2:30 p.m., Tyrion dies. Well, we get knocked out. Tyrion is murdered. Then we get brought back. And okay, yeah, we get brought back. Celeste kills Pierce. And then according to their contract, she then is immediately used for Steelwind. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Alright, well. Okay. We're back here again. Okay. What happened? No. Ah. I presented fucking Garrick Pierce's putting my hand in front of my face again. I presented Garrick Pierce's autopsy, but it was fucking what's his face? Van Sanctus. You were right, Rosario. Literally. It's the death of Lloyd von Sanctus. He needs us to think that she signed the contract much earlier than 2 p.m. That's because Lloyd von Sanctus' death occurred at 2:05 p.m., which would imply that you killed me, convinced Celeste to sign a contract, and made Celeste trick Arya into signing another contract, all in the span of 5 minutes. If that's true, could it be possible that Celeste isn't the patron? What? It's the only logical conclusion. The timeline is far too short. Also, we still need to wrap up this story thread of who the fuck your parents are. Even if you remember being tricked by her, we can't trust your memories. Isn't that right, Eris? Your desperation is almost pitiful. I should respond so that there's no room for doubt. So says the words of Asmodeus. Celeste McCoy was the person who gave Arya Steelwind that blood contract. Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's the patron. The Doy, come on. Something wrong? I know the truth is hard to accept sometimes, but Celeste did betray Arya's trust. She always speaks in technicality, so you can't take that claim at face value. This could also be a trick. You could declare outright that Celeste is not the patron. If you're wrong about that, you'll most definitely die. You need to be certain before you can declare it. Okay. Let's assume that Celeste isn't the patron. The contract would have, yeah. If Celeste isn't that patron, that contract would have already been signed. And you already concluded that the blood contract was disguised as a normal legal document. Something happening, but it's still muddled. What was it? Oh, Beatrice. No, well, Celeste tricked Arya into signing the contract. Well, no. So the thing that happened was she mentioned that that Beatrice was there, and then Beatrice used an illusion over the document. Okay, killed, dropped, hid, killed, tricked. No, call something that happened in front of the prayer room. It's brief, so you can't remember. There was a short exchange between Celeste and Arya. Well, Celeste tricked Arya into signing the contract. Beatrice tricked Arya using a spell. What? Fuck. It's exchange between Celeste and Arya. What am I forgetting? There. Oh shit, right! Oh my god, the moment I saw this scene again. Right. I completely forgot about this. That whole embarrassing when she dropped the she dropped her runestone and then Celeste picked it up and was like, "Oh, what is this?" and she got all embarrassed. This was in front. Okay. Hold on, I'll defend myself on this one. The scene in my head, yeah, it's in this, it has this background. This is inside the prayer room, not in front of it. Alright, game. She definitely handed that contract to her after it was signed. That doesn't necessarily mean she's not the patron either. Something wrong? You look conflicted. No. From the very beginning, she's been trying to get in your head. She thrives on doubt and mistrust, which you've always known from the very beginning. Sus would never betray Arya like that. He's not the patron described in Arya Steelwind's blood contract. So says the word of Horus. I can't believe that fucking moment was. Even now, you trust her that much. But wait, but that means you didn't betray Arya, Celeste. She only manipulated your memories after the fact. She wanted to make you think that you did. So it's not my fault? It isn't. That has far more unsettling implication. Someone else is the patron, but who? No, that's not important right now. You need to focus on saving Celeste for now. Celeste wasn't the one who secured Arya's compliance and cooperation. Doesn't that make your contract flawed? Please, I thought you were an attorney. The contract said that Celeste would engage in actions deemed necessary to secure the compliance and cooperation of Arya Steelwind. No further actions were necessary. She was already under my influence by then. That means none of this is her fault. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Neither Arya Steelwind nor Beatrice Frege was directly responsible for the death of Garrick Pierce. So says the word of Asmodeus. Right, there's still the death of Pierce. Doesn't matter who's responsible for the massacre as a whole. All that matters is the validity of my contract. Act like you're in control of the situation. You've been nervous ever since I began disputing your contract. You're hiding something, aren't you? Who can say for sure? The second paragraph is vague, but what about the first and third paragraphs? Something is off here. Wait, is it possible that I didn't die? You still in denial? I thought you were ready to die to save your beloved Celeste. Answer the question, Eris. You can't trust Celeste's memories. That memory which should confirm my death could all be a fabrication. If you're still holding on to the hope that you'll survive this, let me state it plainly for you. Celeste McCoy did, in fact, observe that Tyrion Cuthbert was dead. I did not alter that memory. So says the word of Asmodeus. Sorry, Tyrion. How did you revive me, Eris? Do you even have the power to resurrect people from the dead? Who do you think you're talking to? Of course I do. Well, can't lie. She does. But if you doubt me, why don't you declare that Tyrion Cuthbert never died? Knowing her, she could be baiting you into telling a lie. But it's equally likely that she's bluffing. I still thought that I'd resurrect you. I'll state this. Beings in my power are able to resurrect people from the dead. So says the word of Asmodeus. I have powers left. Okay. Is it possible that it's not a simple or an easy feat to accomplish? Why would you need to specify that beings of your power can do that? Is it possible that it's not simple or easy a feat to accomplish? For example, would Marunath be able to resurrect a person from the dead using a contract? Let me save you some trouble. I'll say it for you. The Empress of Discord can't resurrect people easily. So says the word of Horus. That's not the same as saying that it was impossible for me to do it, but it will require a large amount of effort on your part. Perhaps. But recall my previous declaration. Celeste was there. And by all accounts, she concluded you were dead. That's an easy spell. How thoroughly did you check me? I gave experience in first aid and it was pretty bad. You weren't breathing and your heart was stopped. There's a spell called Feign Death. Case cracked. Give me the fucking pop-up right now. She tried to resuscitate you for several minutes, but to no avail. Right? There's no way your body could survive that long without oxygen and blood flow. And Eris just confirmed that Celeste spent several minutes trying to resuscitate you. But there has to be more than this than you're seeing. Necrotic Blight. Feign Death. You may have been able to resurrect me, but you had a far easier way to create that scenario. And luckily for you, Beatrice was there and under your control. You're saying that Beatrice can resurrect people from the dead? No, the opposite is actually true. Beatrice Frege casts Feign Death on Tyrion Cuthbert. So says the word of Horus. What? I'm sorry, Celeste, but I was never dead. She just used a spell to trick you. No. Well, we got past that, so if the contract's disputed, we'll be alive. But we have to actually win. So everything I did, it was for nothing. That means you never resurrected him. He was never dead in the first place. The contract only said that he was apparently dead. All I did was revive him by making Beatrice release her spell, which allowed him to wake up. Well, that eliminates the first paragraph as a possible weak point. And that only leaves the death of Garrick Pierce at Celeste's hand. Something happened with Pierce, didn't it? What are you hiding? Whatever could you be talking about? Your contract says that Celeste must bring about the demise of Garrick Pierce by her own hands. Since you wrote that contract, that must have been your intent from the beginning. So why are you so nervous? Something went wrong, didn't it? If you want to stay quiet, I'll just... All this could be an elaborate trick to bait you into making a false statement. Be careful. Find out exactly what went wrong. Is it possible that Celeste didn't kill Pierce? Are you serious? He's the man who killed her adopted father, and he was slated to be executed next month. She didn't have a rational reason not to trade his life for yours. Yeah, as bad as it sounds, that wouldn't be a hard choice for me. There isn't a single reason why I wouldn't take a deal like that. She may have wanted to, but something else might have happened. Perhaps Beatrice or Arya misinterpreted one of your commands and killed him against your wishes. You're making this so tedious. Neither the Empress of Discord, Arya Steelman, nor Beatrice Frigga killed Garrett Pierce. So says the word of Asmodeus. Look, well, what if you forced Celeste to kill him? She signed that contract already, so you had control of her. The contract said that she needed to kill Pierce of her own volition and agency. Do you honestly think I would make a foolish mistake like that? Celeste McCoy had complete control of her actions when Pierce died. But so says the word of Asmodeus. But what if someone else killed Pierce on accident? To be a member of the Kingsguard who survived and entered the prayer room. Try again, Tyrion. Garrick's pure death was not an accident. It was intentional and committed with malice. And while I'm at it... Oh boy! The Empress of Discord, Celeste McCoy, Tyrion Cuthbert, Beatrice Frigga, and Arya Steelman were the only people in the prayer room with Garrick Pierce when he died. So says the word of Asmodeus. No. Do you understand now? I can refute any possible explanation you may have for Pierce's death, but the truth is, Tyrion, Garrick Pierce's death occurred because of Celeste McCoy's actions. So says the word of Asmodeus. No. Have you given up? I finally extinguished the light of hope within you. Can't believe it. I can't believe you fell for that. What? You've never thrown consecutive declarations at me like that before. It's because I'm getting close, isn't it? You can freely manipulate Celeste's memories of what happened, and I don't have any evidence that implies what actually transpired in the prayer room. The only person who could tell me that was you. You thought you could overwhelm me by shouting down all my theories, but all you did was tell me the exact state of the room when Garrick Pierce died, and now I can finally figure out what actually happened. Wait. Oh man, who killed Garrick Pierce? So, let's run it over. I don't actually know, but I had a feeling that like he was building up to something. So let's do this. I need to pay attention to the declarations. Neither the Empress of Discord, Arya Steelman, nor Beatrice Frigga. Okay. So it wasn't her, wasn't Arya, and it wasn't Beatrice. Celeste was in a right state of mind when Pierce died. It wasn't an accident, it was intentional. And the only people in the room with Garrick Pierce when he died was Eris, Celeste, Tyrion, Beatrice, and Arya.